Hi, welcome to a new episode of The Young and the Restless. We open up at Newman where Nate and Vic are in the office having a meeting, and all Vic is doing is crushing over Nate. She is completely hung up on this new relationship. She then gives him his assignments of all the things she wants to do, asking Nate to meet with some of Newman's top executives to move forward with plans. Then we see Kyle and Audra at the coffee house, and they're flirting with each other and talk about her new role at Newman Media. And Kyle criticizes the moves of the Newman family. Then we see Adam is rushing through the park and he is stopped by Nicky, and she apologizes for his loss, and Adam is shocked by it. Then we go over to Sharon's, and Sharon and Nick discuss the stuff that Cameron left for her, and Sharon wonders how many more boxes Cameron has lined up to send her. Then we go back to Newman, and Nate tells her to prep for all the big roles. Vic tells Nate to prep for all the big roles and the big dogs that he will be having meetings with. And then it gets them into a mood and they make out. Then we go back to the coffee house, and Kyle tells her that the humans can go extreme and cross lines. And Audra thinks that isn't a problem. And she discusses her past working with Tucker McCall. And Kyle continues to flirt with her. Back in the park, Adam thinks that Nicky is disingenuous, and Nicky explains that she has experienced the loss of a child before. Adam blames himself and says that he is no hero like Nick. Adam questions if it is a God that's working on him, and Nicky tells him not to let the anger consume him, and tells him that he has people who cares about him, and Adam walks away. Back at Sharon says that she is pissed that Cameron is still everywhere in her life. Even when she closes her eyes, she dreams about him. Nick is worried about Sharon's mental health, and Sharon says that killing Cameron haunts her. And she cries and says that she just wants to stop seeing him everywhere. She wants to move on and find peace. Sharon claims that she has an idea, and Nick will have to get his hands dirty. Then Sharon throws all her Cameron stuff in a pan and they burn it on fire. Then we go and we see Adam is on the phone telling someone that he wants to take over Newman Media, and this is at Society. While he's there talking, we see Victor pulls up behind him and says that Nicky called him and he is worried about Adam also. Then we see Nicky gets a message that is shocking outside of Newman doors. Then we see in the office Vic and Nate discuss her upcoming business trips that she wants to take with him, and says that they are free to be together because the kids are off to boarding school. Then Nicky comes in and interrupts their making out session, and they almost kissed, and asks to speak to Victoria alone. Nicky isn't happy that Vic is allowing Nate to meet with the CFO, and questions if Vic plans to keep Nicholas away for good. Nicky says that Vic's move doesn't seem temporary, like getting rid of Nick is a long-term goal, and she is also getting rid of Nick's team. Vic thinks that Nick is always focused on outside distraction, and she wants 110% from all employees. And she says that Nick and his team does not see McCall as a threat, but Nate is willing to fight with McCall for her. Nicky warns Vic to stop. Nicky thinks that this is all about Ashlyn, and Vic is worried that Nick is right again. Then we see Audra discuss her plans for Newman Media with Kyle, and Kyle claims that he is excited for her. Kyle claims that he is inspired to have fun, but Audra turns him down, and Kyle asks for them to meet up later. Audra says that if she has time, she will call him. Then we see Victor explains that he and Nicky are sympathetic towards Adam, and Adam doesn't want the pity and questions why Victor suddenly cares about Sally. Adam tells Victor that he just got the win. He got exactly what he wanted. No connection between him and Sally. Adam then discusses his plans for McCall and reveals that he is going after Newman Media. And Victor warns him not to mess with the Newman Empire. Back at Sharon, she has a plan for Cameron's company and wants to do good with it and make a difference in people's lives. Sharon thinks that using the company will help her take back control and power of her life. Back at Newman, Vic is unhappy that Nicky and Victor keeps throwing Ashland at her, and Vic thinks that only Nate is the one supporting her actions. And then Nate comes back to do a brief with her and Nicky, but Nicky isn't interested and she leaves. Then we see Audra comes in for a meeting and they invite her to join. Then we see Adam tells Victor that he is no puppet. He will do as he please. Then we see Kyle arrives at society outside and he sees a pic of him and someone on his phone. However, he skips past it and he puts in a call and orders flowers to be delivered to Audra. And then he tells the person that they should also send diamond earrings too. I'm like, Carl, you are so foolish. You are your father's son. You are Sojak's son. Stupid. Then we see Vic is impressed by Audra, and Nate is happy to have her on the team. Then Nicky arrives at society and Adam leaves. And Victor and Nicky discuss him going after Newman Media. Nicky expressed that she's also worried about Vic too because she's planning to do the same. And says that Nate is feeding Vic false sense of power. And Victor does not like the war that's about to come. Thanks for watching. Bye.